Dear friends, now we will talk about determinants of supply. So what is meaning of determinants of supply? So it is simply there are many factors which determines the number of supply of a particular product in a market. Now out of these factors, the first factor is price of a goods. In this case, the law of supply states that the supply of a product increases when the price of product is increased in the market, and vice versa. That means the supply of a product falls when price of a product falls in the market. Now let's take an example of mobile phones. So previously we used to buy a mobile phones which were based on operating system of Java language. Now, when Android phones are launched, the price of Android phones was on a higher side, and hence the supply of Android phones was more, and it is dominating the market compared to the mobile phones of Java programming language. We can take another example. Now let's consider that farmer can produce wheat, rice and soybean at the same cost in his farm. Now let's say that the price of wheat increases in the market, hence it becomes more profitable for a farmer to supply wheat as compared to rice and soybean. Hence the supply of wheat will increase from the farmer's side, whereas the supply of rice and soybean will be reduced in the market. The second factor in determinants of supply is the price of the factors of production. Now, when we talk about production, then production involves multiple cost, which can be a cost of land, which is acquired for the production purpose, then the price of labors, then also price of capital and raw material required for the production, and also price of transportation is one of the factors of production. Now, if there is an increase in the price of any particular factor of this production, like labor, capital, or raw material, or even transportation, then the cost of making that good will increase, and hence the supply of that particular product will be impacted in the market. The third factor is state of technology or technological innovation. Now we all know that technological innovation and invention are helping to make it possible to produce better quality or a better quantity of particular goods using the same resources. Therefore, if the state of technology or innovation in technology increases, then a supply will also increase for particular product. Let's take an example. If a farmer does farming through the farm animals, or another farmer does a farming through a modern farming equipments, then there will be definitely a difference between the quantity or quality that they are producing. Then the next determinant of supply is government policy. So we all know that each product has multiple taxes that are defined by government, like excise duty, import duties, goods and services tax, value added tax, and all these taxes have huge impact on the cost of production, and these taxes can actually influence the number of supply of a particular product in the market. On other side, if government gives subsidies to certain products or factories, then that will have an impact on those particular products supply in the market. The next factor in determinants of supply is number of sellers. So this talks about if there are more sellers in the market, then there will be an increase in the supply of particular product. So we will take same example, like the sellers of Android phones are more in the market as compared to the sellers of the Java based phones. The next factor is about expectations about future prices. So this talks about if a producers or if a particular firm expects that future prices of that particular product will be higher in future, then they will try to hold their inventories and offer that inventory or product to the buyers in the future to gain better prices or to gain better benefits in the future, and that also have a direct impact on supply of a product in the market. Now there are also other factors that influence the supply of a goods in a market, like government's policies, industrial and foreign policies. Then there are also factors like goals and objectives of the firms, or firms' infrastructural capabilities or facilities. Then there are also other natural calamities which have direct impact on supply of particular product in the market.